How does one write code in a world without autocomplete? Writing code in a world without autocomplete can be a challenging and time-consuming task, but it is still possible. Autocomplete, or code completion, is a feature found in many modern code editors and integrated development environments, IDEs, that suggests possible code snippets or keywords as the developer types. Without this feature, developers must rely on their own knowledge and experience to write code, as well as reference documentation and other resources. One of the most important things to keep in mind when writing code without autocomplete is to stay organized. This means keeping your code well commented and using clear and consistent naming conventions. This will make it easier to understand and navigate your code, even if you don't have the assistance of autocomplete. Another important aspect of writing code without autocomplete is to stay up to date with the latest documentation and resources for the programming languages and frameworks you are using. This includes official documentation, tutorials, and forums where you can ask questions and get help from other developers. It's also important to stay familiar with the libraries and frameworks you are using. This means understanding the functionality of each library and the classes and methods that it provides. This knowledge will come in handy when you need to write code without autocomplete, as you'll be able to remember the names of the classes and methods you need, and how to use them. One way to stay familiar with libraries and frameworks is to practice writing code that uses them. This could mean writing small scripts or applications that use specific features of a library or experimenting with different ways to use a particular class or method. This practice will not only help you become more proficient in using the library, but also help you remember how to use the library. Additionally, it may be beneficial to use a code snippet manager, which allows you to store and organize code snippets that you frequently use. This can be a great way to quickly access commonly used code without having to remember it or manually type it out. In summary, writing code in a world without autocomplete can be challenging, but it is still possible with proper organization, staying up to date with documentation and resources, familiarizing yourself with libraries and frameworks, and using Code Snippet Manager. With these techniques, developers can still write effective and efficient code, even without the assistance of autocomplete.